All right, this is an example of a paper packet designed for students. You would print these out on a Monday, and I have my students return them by Friday. So their deadline for the entire week's work is on Friday. That being said, it's split into individual assignments. So this would be the first one for quarter one. Every week, it tells them what are the skills that they are going to learn over the course of the week, tells them what the plan is for Friday, and then also gives them a list of responsibilities, the things that they are assigned to for each night, and tells them their pacing, what day they should be completed by. You'll see for each of them that they have a Monday assignment. So Monday assignment 1, and it has an answer key down here. These are the possible answers for this page. And then often has some ACT problems throughout, and then may or may not, largely does have an IXL to route them up. So it has on average, about 10 to 12 problems that they would do on paper to get the hang of it, ask questions, complete these first in class, and then would push them onto IXL, which is an online program that they have access to, so that they can continue to practice. That's more lifetime feedback, so they get points for every question that they get correct, and they lose points for questions that they get wrong. So they're trying to get to a certain score threshold. I chose to make my score thresholds different for different groups of students. So my students with accommodations, those who have shortened assignments or modified assignments, those students go to a score of 60. In my class, I call it star, star, star. So anytime that you see this denotation, those students know who they are, and they know that this would be their assignment. For my on-track students, these are the students who fall into the general track. They are not doing honors, and they do not have accommodations. They normally go to a score of 75. And then the honors students are students who have opted into my honors class, and they go to a score of 90. Once in a while, there will be a different IXL just based on how difficult the IXL is. But in most scenarios, it will be the same IXL, they're just going to different scores. So that's one of the ways that I use to personalize their learning, so it's not taking some students too long, and it's challenging everyone appropriately. You'll also see on each page for the paper packet that there are these boxes here. That is because I do stamps. I use a stamp system. So if this is Monday's assignment, then on Tuesday, when students come to my class, on Tuesday during the warm-up, I will quickly scan to see if they've completed each page. So for this one, if they've completed 1 through 8, then they would get a stamp in this box here. If they have completed 9 through 13, they'd get a stamp in the paper. And then if they've completed the IXL, then they would get a stamp in IXL. Those go into a separate bucket for me in my gradebook, which is called timeliness, and allows me to just sort of see where they're at in terms of turning things in. It's a very small percentage. I've done anywhere from 2 to 5% for the entire year in all of their timeliness, but it allows me to have really good conversations with kids on whether they're turning things in on time or not. That way, I'm also not taking away mastery points for turning things in or not on time, and allows me to sort of separate like who actually understands the material versus who's just turning something in, late. So for each day, you'll see the assignment, and we'll often have an IXL. It's always listed what day it is at the top. Here, you'll see that this is an activity. So I included the activity on that front page on Canvas, so you'll be able to see it and print it. Has the directions there as well. And once they get to the end, then they know that it's time for them to turn it in. And so this one, they did have a quiz on Thursday, so they'd be done with their packet by Wednesday night. They're able to check off as they go each of the different components. So I have to see students like highlight or do or like cross out these and write new deadlines if they need to. So it allows them to sort of take advantage of the list, and so you're not writing a different list for every kid each day. So this is the cool part about the paper packet.